Good morning, guys. It is Monday morning. It is almost 6:30. I've been up since 5. I'm probably sounding more energetic than I am. I've hardly slept tonight. I think it is a combination of my body being on the wrong time schedule and also being super stressed about everything that is happening today. However, everything is happening this morning, so I should be able to get home by 11-12 somewhere, and then just going to be able to cruise by it for the rest of the day. Hoping to get a whole bunch of videos edited, kind of figuring out how much screen time I can handle so that I can kind of modify the hopefully workday I will start like next week or something. Yeah, it's like jumping in the deep end of the pool. That's how I feel. Today, this morning, I am going in to get a 24-hour ECG in place. Basically, you just put a little machine with some things, I think. I never done this. And I'm gonna carry it. It's like a tape recorder. I'm gonna carry it around my neck for the next 24 hours. And I'm gonna see if it will detect my double heartbeat. I'm super stressed about this. One, I'm going to a hospital that I'm not used to, so I'm not sure where I'm going to be. So I have to leave in like 3 minutes. And the second part of it is that I'm afraid that they won't find anything. I've been having these heart issues for as long as I can remember. I've had it for a very long time. When I was younger, I thought it was panic attacks, and I found out recently that it isn't panic attacks, it's actually double heartbeats. However, it can be triggered by like an anxiety, so it is something real, but it can be triggered by anxiety. So when I was in my 20s, when really started, like really noticeable started, I just thought it was a panic attack. I just had a breather, and I did something which I didn't know then, but I always did, but I knew now is actually helping, and that is I took my pulse by pushing on the arteries. You have 4 arteries, main arteries in your neck, and I always pushed at one of them to kind of take the pulse. And apparently there are nerves going around the artery that you have here, so when you push on it, you will actually calm down your heart. Didn't know that, but I always done that, and I thought it was my breathing that was calming. I was keeping my pulse, kind of checking my pulse and just breathing very slowly and taking it easy, and I thought that was what actually made my heart kind of calm down. But apparently it was me pushing on the artery here. So yeah, but yeah, so I'm going into doing that, stressed. I'm super stressed. I'm like stressed, going into a wall stressed right now. But I have to leave to be able to get there in time. I'm giving myself an extra 45 minutes, hopefully, something like that, so that I can find my way where I'm supposed to be. But yeah, good morning, guys. I hope you have an awesome day. So it's really cold outside. I think it's 0 degrees or 1 negative or something. Smoke is coming out my mouth. I don't know if you saw that, but yeah. So it's really cold, but it's really nice though. I'm at the train station waiting for my train. There's like 3 minutes left. I'm not carrying any bags, which is awesome. I've gotten used to, like when I was in Florida, halfway through the trip, I think, I picked up a fanny pack or a bum bag or whatever you want to call it, and it's been super awesome. It's kind of, I like the over-shoulder bags, but these bum bags are just hanging on my hips, which means that I don't really get any problems with my back. So I really love it. However, this jacket is really tight around my hips and my waist, so I can't really have a bag. So I put everything I need in all my pockets, so hopefully that will work out. trains. I'm finished. I'm actually on my way home now. I am all connected. I have a little tape runner, basically just some digital little box on my tummy, and then I have cables all attached to me on around my boobs and all those places. So I have my 24-hour EKG connected. Yay, that is done. I had to wait like 20 minutes, and then I contacted them. I'm like, shouldn't you have gotten me by now? And apparently the person that was supposed to connect me was on sick leave, so if I hadn't told them, I might not have gotten in. Oops. But it worked out nicely. And then I went and got some blood tests done, because I had a morning blood test to do, because I had a phone call on Thursday. But now I am done for the day when it comes to those things. So I've started a little mental list in my brain. My hat is falling off. So, a mental list for the day. I'm gonna get my MPBs on, or my kind of just cozy pants, my pajama pants actually. I'm gonna get them on, and then I am going to fix the dishes and clean my craft table. Those are the first two things on my list. But yeah, on my way home again. The task number 1 is done. I fixed the dishes. It needed to be done. I needed to get my little bottle, because I used up both of them. I only have 2. I need to buy more of all these kind of bottles for my machine. I only have 2, and I've used them both up, so I needed to get at least one dish washed. So I washed one by hand. This is it, where I did, and the other one I put into the machine, and that is going on right now, together with the rest of the dishes. I'm not just washing one of these in the washing. That would be waste. I think we had 2 days of dishes. We haven't really eaten that much at home. We have a tendency to only have brunch in the weekends, brunch and dinner, and our dinners has been away, because on Saturday we got the kiddies, so we had dinner with the kiddies' auntie, and then on Sunday, yesterday we had dinner with our friend, he who made the pork, the pulled pork. So we didn't have that much dishes, but it's all packed down. I won't show you the kitchen right now because it's still a mess. I have this place where I have my coffee maker, and I have a tendency to put medications and like everything just on one place. I have to fix that. But yeah, so check off 1, and I have another one to do. However, I do want to get my breakfast in me because my tummy is a little bit nauseous and stuff. By the way, this gorgeous net shirt of some kind is the thing that keeps all the cables together for my EKG. So for you who never have done a 24 EKG, which I never had before this, they put on these little, you can see here, these little plastic things that measure my heartbeats the way they should. I have a little on the bottom of my tummy. I have a little, almost like a fanny pack, a mini fanny pack, which has a little controller that measures everything, and that is turned on for 24 hours. And then yeah, I have like 5 of these, I think it is, with cables. So then I have this linen on top of that to just keep everything in place. They said it was okay, that if I felt that this was uncomfortable, I could change in if I had like a tight linen or something. I do have a couple of tight linens that I probably can use. So I'm thinking about changing to that. And I think the way is to put on the linen first and then try to cut this off, because this I can just throw away. I don't have to return it. It's really gorgeous, isn't it? Isn't it? No, it looks like it's terrible, but I don't want scarf on because it's super hot in here. Yeah. So it measures my EKG for 24 hours. In case I really feel an episode coming on, I should push a button. That is more for, I think, their sake. They're going to go through all the 24 hours anyhow. But I think it is one of those, if I push the button in periods when I don't have it, they can kind of figure out, okay, you might have like panic attacks or whatever that makes you think you have heart palpitations, though you don't have it. If you push the button, and they can also kind of see where the bigger parts are. However, I hadn't really had any big heart issues for about a month now since going away, so we'll see if it will happen anything, but we'll see. It's better to get it checked out. But yeah, time to have lunch or breakfast, or yeah, it's 11, so brunch again. And then I am going to go to this little table over here. You just see a corner of it, but it is crazy. Just before we left, I spent like a whole day making those little tip cards that I gave away with a tip every day for the cleaners in the hotels, and I haven't cleaned up after that, so it's like all the materials for all of those just are laying around. But yeah, brunch. So I decided you needed to see this. This is my before shot of the room. My table here is not that busy. Still want to clean it up a little bit, but it's not that busy. I even have a clean area there. But this is the craft room, how it looks right now. It is a mess. It is a mess. That's all my fabrics. By the way, I'm going to dye these up. Me and Christopher have made a plan on how to do this, but I'm going to dye these up, and these are probably going to be the only fabrics that is going to go into going to be the dyed fabrics. And when I run out of these, I won't be buying any more. That is the probably. So yeah, if you like the colors I have right now, you can look at craftybitdyeworks.etsy.com. Also, I do have a bunch of fabrics. The purple ones here are not in the store yet. They are going to go in there though. But yeah, I need to clean. As you might see, I just stuck things down everywhere where I had places to stick them down. So I need to kind of fix that. I need to vacuum because I just kind of poked everything out on the floor from all of the little things. I think I can show you because I have a few of these here. For example, well, let's see, can you focus? Oh, there, come on, there you go. You see, I had like these little doilies, and all of these little holes had paper in them, and you poke them out, and I poked them out on the floor. And then you have the whole pile here of stuff. So yeah, that is my next job. I'm gonna take it easy today though, because I'm super nauseous, but that is the next step, is going to get this cleaned off, because I want to start making cards and making plans. One thing that I have a problem with due to all these hormonal imbalances is that my body doesn't regulate heat properly. It takes a lot of time for it to shed heat or to warm up after it's frozen. And I've had this problem since I was in my 20s. I don't know why, but like I do overheat very, very easily, and it's usually then I get my little red rashes on my face is from overheating. However, you know that I said that it was pretty hot in here and I couldn't have a scarf on. Well, first of all, it was due to me being warm from having a little bit too many clothes on when I was out. So now I just had my frozen cold drink for my breakfast or brunch or whatever, which means that I have now lowered temperature in my body so much that I'm freezing. So I put my scarf on, and I think I'm gonna put a shirt on, and then I'm gonna start working, and then I couldn't shed that shirt when my body is coming up in temperature. So yeah, this is also a tip. This is a tip for a person that does have problems with having a hard time regulating, but also for people who have, like me, gone into menopause and suffer from hot flashes, and that is to have layers. So many different layers, because you will need to shed them and then add them on again and shed them and add them on again. And this is why I use so many clothes. Like right now I have that mesh thing, doesn't do anything, but I do have a black linen, and then I have this little thinner long sleeve t-shirt, and I'm gonna put on a hoodie, like a zippered hoodie to have on top of that, so that I don't freeze. And I usually also have those like glovey thingies. I think I might getting those on because my hands are a little bit cold. But yeah, heat and cold and stuff. Now I'm gonna tackle the room here. I think I'm gonna see if I can find a podcast to listen to also. So yeah, number 2 on the checklist done, or better done. Here you go. Look, it's a clean table at least. We'll see what I will do, because I'm super tired. I just like, no, body don't have energy anymore. But then again, I know jet lag hits me for a week, so it must just be the jet lag. Well, I'm going to get some water into me, another cup of coffee, and probably gonna sit down and stitch for a while because tired. I didn't sleep well tonight. It was very, very warm and stuff, and it's gonna be so hard sleeping with all of the thing hanging on my body. Already think they are annoying. Well, I'm gonna see if I can get a linen on me myself to get this off, because it starts to itch. The other things are starting to itch, so let's see if I can get it to work. Well guys, I've been stitching all day after the cleaning, and I got so tired. I haven't really recovered. I've been having some breathing issues all day. Might be a cold, might be something, I don't know. I'm just feeling a bit icky. It's probably jet lag also, so I'm like super tired and grumpy and all those things. So I've been stitching most of the day, watching news, because I don't know, I've been getting into news lately. Then Christopher got home, we made Swedish bolognese again. It's a very easy dish to do, and also you get a whole bunch of portions for the upcoming days, or to put in bags in the freezer. We take it with rice, and rice doesn't really freeze good, so we don't freeze the rice, but we do freeze the bolognese if we have anything left. And then we have like portions for when we really don't want to cook, and it takes about as long to defreeze it as it takes to make rice, so like 20 minutes. So yeah, that was we ate. I continued stitching, so a little bit over 1300 stitches today. I got in it's day 1 of the 100 days of hate challenge, and I both did kind of pass my goal for the day by 13 times, so that's awesome. But I also got through route number 3 on the Stitch Around the World, so that was cool. The next route is a little bit over 3,000 steps or stitches, so that will take me a couple of days at least. It all depends on my energy levels and my kind of levels of what I want to do, because I might just want to sit down and color and make cards, and then the stitching will be the 100 stitches that I'm going to do every day. But if I feel like if I'm exhausted, I usually get a lot more stitches done. So it all depends, but the kind of 100 days of hate challenge is gonna help me kind of keep the 100 stitches whether or not I'm feeling icky or so. So because that is like when I feel good, I have a tendency to kind of go overboard also of what I'm doing, but I'm very much on track, which means that I might not stop kind of playing around in here until I go to bed. And I'm hoping that this challenge is going to make me kind of break that pattern, so that I know that I need to sit down for 1.5 hours every evening, because that is what is going to take my 100 stitches. So before our kind of bedtime, I need to go and sit down, so that will also reduce kind of screen times and stuff like that. So I'm hoping that that will work. Sorry if I'm squinching my eyes, but I'm super tired and in head pains stuff, so then I look like this, like I looked in most of all the videos from Florida, because it was so light. I'm going to say good night, sleep tight, don't let the bed bugs bite, and I'm gonna say good night from Leia, because Leia is back home and she's this gorgeous little hairball that I just can't stop loving, because she's super adorable, isn't she? Leia says good night, and so do I.